start by reading you a passage from the preface. This book is both a love story and a business book. It's about a love of life, nature, animals, community, and unique local culture. A love of good food and family farms, and a love of democracy, all being threatened by a global economic system driven by profit. It's also about a deep love of business and how we can embrace a way of doing business that is beautiful, that nurtures all that we cherish, and that furthers the creation of a whole new economic system based on caring relationships. Though this new economy is global in vision, my story, and the story of each of us, begins right at home, in our own community, and with our own capacity to recognize and protect what we truly care about. I went too fast. Oh, I go backwards. There we go. All right, so this is how I began to learn how to nurture and to care, as many people do with pets. I learned to care for a voiceless creature that I loved because I began to see myself, in animals and in nature and in other people eventually. And but at the same time, as a young girl growing up in the 50s, I was excluded from things that I loved to do, like baseball, because I was a girl. My favorite hobby was building forts in the woods, but I wasn't allowed to take shot because I was a girl. So I developed contempt for girls. I thought guys did all the cool stuff, and I wanted to be like guys. So I tried to repress my feminine and draw upon my masculine qualities, and a lot of my book is about my evolution. So here's the White Dog Cafe in Philadelphia. This is where the place I chose to live in and raise my family, start my business. And I think that's the first step, really, in a new economy, and is to choose a place and to take responsibility for that place, to care for that place, to build relationships in that place. And I lived here and worked here for 40 years. And like the family farm and the family inn, I raised my children in the workplace. This is Grace and Lawrence out in front of the White Dog Cafe. And I was very influenced by living and working in the same community to make business decisions in the best interest of those around me. So rather than leaving my values at home when I go to work, as many business schools teach us, I was at home anyway. So this influenced my life, and so it wasn't one of these things where you practice the golden rule at home and then you go to work and gold rules. But rather the golden rule was really about how I ran my business and my life as much as I could. And living close to people that are affected by your business decisions tends to make one more likely to make decisions from the heart as opposed to just the head. I'll give you a couple examples of that. One was paying the living wage. This is the picture on the right is our dishwasher. This picture, he was on our trip to Havana, so he was at our Cuban sister restaurant helping the dishwasher to wash dishes. But one time in the restaurant, I heard about the living wage, but I hadn't implemented it. I knew about it intellectually. But then all of a sudden I thought, of course I want Greg, to make a living wage if he works at the White Dog. And so I instituted it because I had a first-hand relationship with him. Another was about my relationship with nature. I heard about climate change. In fact, I had programs on it at the White Dog starting in '98, but yet I wasn't motivated to take action until I heard about, until I went into the woods, a place that I loved, and saw the effects of a drought, and got in my heart and my gut was started thinking, as Don was saying, about how it was important to sign up for renewable energy, and the White Dog became the first business in Pennsylvania to get 100% of our electricity from renewable sources. Mentoring was another heart-based decision that I made. I'll read you another passage from the book. In each of these examples, paying a living wage, signing up for renewable energy, and starting a mentoring program, I was motivated to make positive decisions by connecting with my heart. Having firsthand real-life experience with people and places in my own community helped me to do that. But it was not the only factor. After all, there are plenty of examples of acting locally with a closed heart, and on the other hand, making compassionate decisions that affect people and places far away. It's really about Carl Jung's observation. The longest journey we have to take is from the head to the heart. In the business world, that's often a difficult journey. So many messages tell us, don't be a softie, Success comes by keeping a stiff upper lip. This is a lesson boys are traditionally taught from a young age, and women adopt in order to compete successfully in business. As a child growing up in the 1950s, before the time when girls were directed toward careers in the home, outside the home, I had refused to participate in doll playing, cooking, and sewing, which was meant to prepare girls for a life of service as mothers and wives. A life of service while the guys get to do all the cool stuff? No way. But now as an adult, I found myself embracing the feminine qualities I had once rejected, the qualities of the heart, actually making them part of my business philosophy and even my very definition of the purpose of business. Another challenge I had in the business world was this whole idea that we measure success by continual growth. And we're told that if we don't grow,